Hi Aries, this is your forecast for the month of May 2017. This is a general reading for Aries Sun, Aries Rising, or Aries Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. You can watch your reading in 3 different ways: the full extended monthly, or for just the energy influence, watch the brief. Or if you prefer, watch the weekly for the upcoming week. Weeklies also make it easy for you to review information you may have forgotten in the full reading. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, and I invite you to follow me on Facebook, Google+, and Instagram. Please also check out my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/on-demand/finding-love for monthly love reading. Now, the underlying energy is the 9 of Cups. So this is the wish card, getting what you want, but also being careful about what you want because you're likely to get it. For some of you, there are issues that you're facing this month of somebody, perhaps you, being emotionally closed off. There could be issues of selfishness or greed or arrogance or, again, self-indulgence. Too much of things, some extravagance. Now, because this is about getting your wish, this is going to be a month where you actually can pull the strings of situations. If you want to be involved in something, you can do that. If you want to get out of something, no problem, you're free. For some of you, there's this strong desire, though, to have something, to have someone, to have a situation. And because of that, you can't face the truth about something. And the consequences of what you want have a high price to pay. And it may be more than you had expected, and it may be more than you're prepared to deal with. If you want to get your way this month, you can. The world's your oyster, and you're going to meet with very little resistance. You're going to be able to get what you want without a whole lot of effort. So if you have something in mind, this is the month to get out there and negotiate. And you could end up getting the better deal, the job promotion, the big account, a better job, whatever it is that you're wanting. But the cautionary note is that temptation can be an issue, and it can make it very difficult for you to maintain your sense of integrity and for you to uphold your ethics. You may end up with something you thought you wanted, and it could be a great deal less than what you had expected. Or you may be self-indulgent, and it can be costing you in ways that you haven't imagined. You could be working against you. You're your own worst enemy because you don't know when to quit. Some of you, this is because you've overestimated something. You've overestimated people. They're not who you thought they were. Or a situation is not what you thought. Or you're not what you thought. Because this card also ties into, again, selfishness, this is a warning about letting your ego drive your choices and overwhelm your common sense. So, 2 things. You could get your wish and feel a sense of heightened emotion and realizing your hopes. Or you could get what you wished for and it's not what you thought it was. It came up short. Or your wish could be delayed. Now, there is an element this month connected to secrets. There is something in a situation that you're not seeing, or there's something that you're hiding. And it could have to do with connections to the past in some way. Or perhaps there is a need to get some things out into the open and to bring something into the light. Whatever it is, this is going to be a month of emotional developments. This is going to be some old matter or situation that's now changing into something else. You're taking it to the next level. And there's an influence of the group dynamic involved. There's also a desire on someone's part to gain recognition or to make advance or achievement. And how you go about getting that will either determine whether you are successful or whether you will undermine your own success. You are realizing that some previous choices you made are now coming to roost. It's now apparent the result of those choices. And so you are faced with gaining some greater understanding and dealing with the willingness to tie up some loose ends. So your belief systems, your values, your understanding will be challenged during this month, and you will either gain from that, receive some reward, or you'll be challenged on it. And this may have to do with some sense of dissatisfaction on someone's part. Now, maybe somebody's not taking what's on offer. Could be somebody has decided they're going to give up on some bad habits. Maybe somebody's not going to drink anymore. Or maybe you are so focused on a particular problem that needs to be solved or a responsibility that needs to be addressed that you don't have time for anything on offer. You want to focus on that and get that cleared before you move on to anything else. For some of you, you're not paying attention to your intuition and you're missing some opportunities. The universe speaks in very subtle ways, and if you're not picking up on the cues, something can pass you by. For others of you, if you're in a good place, if you're feeling good about who you are, where you are, and what you're doing, you're going to have a number of opportunities come calling for you that can open up some doors for you romantically, socially, financially, if you're paying attention. But this is a month with a lot of water, a lot of emotion, a lot of passivity, and you're going to need to rely on your skill of logic to cut through the fog. You haven't quite lost it yet, given over to those emotions. You're on the brink, but you can pull that back. On the whole, though, there's nothing driving this month. There's nothing in your reading to drive action. So there may not be enough strength to make things happen right now. And that could be because some of you are dealing with overcoming some type of illness, or you're working to solve a problem in a relationship, or you're trying to communicate what you need emotionally from another person. So it could be that there's not a lot of stability. There's nothing to ground a situation for you, and it's not rooted in any kind of real reality.